So if you want to completely understand all physics and have a grasp of reality as deep as any physicist, as any philosopher has ever had in their entire life, you just have to start using something that I coined called perception-based physics. And it's where you use your perception plus first principles reasoning to radically understand anything and know everything. You can fully know everything with complete predictive value. And that's just based off of looking at what the world seems to be composed of, which is fields. You have the whatever the medium or whatever it is that light travels in, right? There's a certain we're inside of a medium that you can't see when it's still. It's like transparent, it's clear, it's whatever, and the surface seems to be higher dimensional. So the surface of water is this big plane that stretches out into whatever. The surface of whatever's carrying light seems to be like if you were to draw water as a three-dimensional object and then project water into the fourth dimension, the way that people do with like cubes or boxes. If you've ever seen how like you can see the shadow of a four-dimensional cube, you can draw the shadow. It's the same thing with like the fourth dimension of water or the medium or the area within which light kind of exists. And so when you're looking at light or anything that you're working with in time from a higher dimensional space, has this property of everywhereness, of being in all places. And the light being on the surface of this is why light seems to experience no time, or when you're moving at the speed of light, or when you're behaving as light, you don't experience any time. And that's from being in this higher dimensional space where the surface is everywhere. If the surface is everywhere, then movement on that surface doesn't entail time, right? But otherwise, you're looking when you're looking at this world right here, you know that you're seeing a repetition of a fractal pattern that's going out into higher and multi-dimensional space. So it's everywhere. Everything that's happening here is happening everywhere. And so you can look at this. Oh, here's this chicken. Is it crossing the road? You can see how the life is growing. You can see how energy is coming from the sky, from the sun, from the air, hitting the earth. You can see how the world is working. And you can know that pattern, that energetic pattern, is happening both inwardly and outwardly. Everything that you see happening is happening in the sense of it has universal causation, in that it is echoing into higher dimensional space. And it's also happening inwardly. And so you can look at the behavior of water. You can look at that and you can start to understand how all fields, everything that works like water does in terms of it's a medium that is denser, and then it comes up against a more rarefied medium to form a surface, and that surface can support waves, it can support vibrations. Big celestial objects in the rarefied medium can be emitting vibrations, right? Like the sun is like vibrating like a tuning fork and sending out vibrations that we call light. I went down the wrong road. Right, so that's happening inside at the cellular level, the way that you see things happening at the cellular level, the way that you see life dividing, the way that you see realities and self-contained realities happen on the surface of charged areas, right? Like happen on the surface of cells. And at the inside of every cell is this like informational DNA packet that emits, these entities that exist off of the surface of our reality, these RNA species, protein machinery and all that. They create the cellular reality. that creates the matrix on the cell surface, and then they create the body within which it exists, right? There it is. Anyway, it's all happening right here. And it has to, because it's fractal. It's fractal. So everything that everything you see happening perceptually is happening transcendently, and it's happening internally, and the way that it's happening internally is happening everywhere. So everything is the seed from which reality is blooming onto the surface here. And reality exists on different surfaces. There's the picture of reality that your brain gets. There's the picture of the reality that your cells get. There's the picture of the reality that your nucleus gets. There's the picture of reality that the collective cultural organism gets. There's different layers that reality can fractally imprint itself on, but it's the same reality on every single layer. And so what you're perceiving is, you'll never find anything other than what you're perceiving with an instrument. Like, there's no science. You don't need any telescope to like plumb the depths of anything. You don't need any particular portal to open up higher dimensional space, or to understand it's all here, and it's behaving fractally. People have proven that life follows this fractal pattern. People have proven that at the basis of everything is this sort of electromagnetic field, that all the electrons and stuff that are creating the pattern of texture, the pattern of the charge, the electricity, the ion gradients, all of that is this electrical field. It's behaving like water. Water is made of the same electrical field. Water is made of the same electrical field that is doing everything. So you can see the behavior of water, because that electrical field is free. It's very free to move how it wants to move. You can see how the field behaves in general. In the every single atom or whatever has this depth of electrical field around it, and then that field connects to other atoms and stuff and forms these pools, these chains of electrical field, and the surface of those fields forms vibrations, just like the ocean does. And so you can kind of put all of this together just by looking at it, and to know anything and everything.